Everybody's gotta learn sometimes. Everybody's gotta learn sometimes. Everybody's gotta learn sometimes. Said I need it, I can feel it, and it makes me whole. I believe that if you love me, never let me go. I need your loving, like the sunshine, like the sunshine. I need your loving. Belly man, let's go.
Lee and the belly man dropping bars, coming hard with it. Coming together, we've been in it for a hot minute. Pure positive vibes, that's how we deal with it. Watch how we flip it and smash it because there's no limit. I'm a drum and bass and they kinda won't kick it. Back in the car, I promised you that I'm back on it. Foot to the floor, sports mode, turbo Tiptronic. Been with precision and skill, we drop on any topic. Hold tight, get ready, got bars about to get shelly. In the beats and the bass sound heavy, spit flames, fire for the belly. Smoke trees that stinky, smelly, put it on the Audi, put it on the Bentley. Too many man when I got one heavy, don't wanna fuck with us, you get married. For goodness sake, there's too many things and snakes. Learning from my own mistakes, moving like a color change. This scene is full of fruitcakes, slippy movements coming on bait. I clock these hits, put on the race, face in face with the fake and chase.
Don't come in capes and save the day. No heroes, they don't get scared and hide away. Her lies are way too heavy. She makes my thoughts so messy, but I'll be okay. She knows the type of game she's gonna play. Yeah, she knows, but she's gonna play them anyway. When things get way too loud, I won't let you bring me down. Best believe I'll stand my ground. Yeah, I'll be my own hero.
On the plane to Iron Apple with Maddie and Harry Shotter in the seat in front of me. I got that lyric, got that bar. MC combos on board with the stars and the diesel. Getting ready to smash it with that DJ innovator on the plane to innovation. Now here we come, can't wait to touch down now and have some fun. Blue water, sandy beaches and that beautiful sun. Everybody's on, but they want the bass and drum. Carbons is world class, we go hard, we spit fast. Around the world is full blast as we go back into the past. Remember those up in the stars, memories they don't always last. Leaving a legacy because this life it passes too fast. Dodgy like they'll a top boy like MC Trigger Belly. I ain't no flop, I roll with the best rig of an improper. By your buzz, there ain't no hot, I'm blowing up like a terrorist bomber. I keep it real with honor, back in the car, that lyrical monster.
Shots to the heart, I was left in the dark, but the music's gonna save me. Cause when the sun goes down and the music's loud, everyone is gonna be raving. Ain't got no time for a negative vibe, so I wish you the best with a kiss goodbye. Let's set this place alight, yeah, let's set this place on fire.
MC Terminator, money maker for doing deals and earning paper. A road negotiator, making general operator. Real human calculator, abbreviator, activator. I'm an administrator, accelerator, accumulator. Terminator like Terminator, innovate like innovator. Got no time for no silly hater. Hasta la vista, see you later. I'm an MC entertainer, hype man originator. Bringing the vibe and the flavor. Going in sick, going in darker. Old school like Blazing Rocky, taking pills, getting off my trolley. Old school like Champion, like Fila, Iceberg or Cocconi. Old school like Reebok Classics. And Giorgio Money, Nafta, Timberland, and Versace, Spliffy, Fire Trap and Harachis. I stole like Frostbite, but a man nuking it on the mic. Blowing up like dynamite when I touch that mic, the ravens get hype. Boom! Watch out! It's about to go global, blow the place, I just let you know. Watch out, now the ravens go mental.
Trouble always comes my way, my way, my way. There's nothing I can do or say, cause it's trouble, trouble for me, and I can't get no peace, no. Trouble always comes my way, my way, my way. Let me go, let me fly, let me set this place on fire. Let me go, let me fly, let me set this place on fire. Trouble always comes my way, my way, my way. Let me go, let me fly, let me set this place on fire.
In that dance one night, spitting lyrics on the mic. I said these two hot chicks, they were looking alright. One in a black dress, the other in white. Stanking out hard, they were catching that vibe. I never seen these girls before in my life. Come up at the stage, they ain't giving me the eye. I tried not to look, but they look so fine. Bright like the sun, trust me, they did shine. They started to kiss us and they started to whine. They kept looking up and then they started to grind. I can't stop looking, now I'm losing losing my mind. I finished my set and then they come and said hi. Belly, you're saying we're having such a good time. My name is Tracy, here this is Sky. Do you wanna come and party for the rest of the night? I said I certainly do, but I'm married with a wife.
I will never forget you. You will always be by my side. From the day that I met you, I knew you were the greatest of all time. And now you're raving in the sky. We've got to keep your name alive. So put your lighters to the sky. You will always be by our side. I will never forget you. You will always be by my side. From the day that I met you, I knew you were the greatest of all time. And now you're raving in the sky. We got to keep your name alive. So put your lighters to the sky. You will always be by our side.
Skibbity! Inspired so many MCs, he was one of the best most cool MCs that the world has ever seen. Double time in rhyming, shining, trust me, but there's nobody like him. Skibbity, he was always smiling, energy for the people vibing. That wouldn't matter, that wouldn't proper. MC Skibbity, no one can do that better. That wouldn't matter, that wouldn't proper. MC Skibbity, you know that lyrical professor. Ever heard of go parking? That's one in a million. That's got that one in a million. Skibbity, one of the greatest ever. Up on the sky with Stevie Ivor, two of the best ever together. Disagree with me, whatever. Never will you be forgotten. MC Skibbity, one of the greatest ever to bless our scene. This one was for you, Skibbs.
Morning. Now, little Miss Delusional's at it again this morning. Slippermouth has put up a couple of recordings in this past 24 hours of himself and Wavy. Now, both freaking recordings are hilarious. Freaking Slippermouth's there freaking absolutely bullshitting to Wavy. Right, talking about the Eric supposedly being me and all sorts of crap. But little Miss Delusional has reviewed both of the videos that Slippermouth has put up. And the last video, well, she can't help herself. Now, she goes on about the baby, the family was gaslit over the death of the baby. And she's trying to dissociate herself from it and now trying to say that she wants the baby's family's details so that she can contact the family after her and her group gaslit the family all those years back. 2019 it was, to be precise. Now, I'm going to play a little video of Wavy's that Wavy made back in 2019.
Afternoon, YouTube. Free Carol Woods. I say not. This woman is obviously a fucking nutcase, man. Delusional, paranoid. Oh, I mean, pick one. You know what I mean? She's fucking nuts. Right, so obviously tooled up with this pedo here, Andrew Devine. I don't think she knows what she's getting herself involved with. But anyway, this woman here, years ago, she lived in a caravan, on a little caravan site. I'll tell you what I do now. Yeah, this is what it's all about. That child there. And there's what's left of that child's house. Okay? Now, apparently, Carol Woods' sister lived on the same street as this little boy and his mum. Now, this little boy lost his life, according to this thing here, because of a government murder attempt on her at her sister's house, or some fucking bullshit like that. Listen, I'm getting fucking fed up with this cunt, man, this Andrew Devine. This fella died in a gas accident. This woman has used this child's death to beef up her story. Andrew Devine have used this woman using this child's death to beef up his fucking bullshit. Love, let me tell you, Carol Woods, I don't give a fuck about you, and nor do your family. No one gives a fuck about you. Again, another one. If you, even your fucking family have had enough of you, you fucking mad old bitch. You lived in a caravan on a fucking shitty little caravan site for fucking however long. The caravan gas pipes were all corroded, as they do. Things corrode over years, you know what I mean? But this old country showed that somebody was trying to kill her. Why? Because she discovered a benefit cheat at this caravan park. I mean, oh man, I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is going to be controversial, man. For getting the community to work, the community has got to give a fuck. But when you've got Mongols like this egging on the mentally ill to commit crimes and make up fucking stories, especially involving the death. I mean, I don't know if anybody listening to this video has ever lost a child, but can you imagine waking up with this fucking thing got your baby's name in her fucking mouth? Can you imagine the horror? Oh, I mean, did you inform this boy's mum of the reason for her son's death at the hands of the British government to silence that? Oh, listen, honestly, man, fuck me. Come on, man, Andrew, when's it going to end? When is it going to end? This is fucking ridiculous. And you've got Kaylee on there egging her on as well. This woman's fucking mental. Leave her alone to get help, you fucking knobhead. And get back to your pal, John Patterson, and let's see what he's fucking really banged up for. You fucking sick of me, you paedophile, Andrew. Listen, while there's no paedophilic content in this, it still ends up with the use of somebody else's child. Oh, you fucking sickening rat. And you've got John Patterson. All you've done, and all of the people that you've helped, Andrew, in all your years of service to the Twoover community, you've only caused damage, is all you've done. You've cost John Patterson his freedom. Oh, John Patterson, it's a cult of the mental health, this is. It's a mental health fucking cult. It's got to be. It's absolutely got to be. You need to be fucking stopped, Andrew, and I won't stop stopping you, you prick.
Welcome to Democracy.
As you can see there, it was back in 2019 when Andrew Devine, John Patterson, Kaylee Inav, and many others were running around pushing the bullshit delusions of Carol Wood over the death of a baby. Now, they gaslit that family, and what they did was absolutely disgusting. It was to the point where the family were going to go to the mental health facility that Carol Woods was in. Now, I've still got all the recordings that went on around that time, everything that was put out by the King's Flag freaking delusional retards. Now, for Kaylee still to be, to this day, going on about it and fucking bitching about it along with Slippermouth, it's truly sickening. For her to suggest that she now wants to contact the family yet again, it's beyond a joke. It's beyond belief. Now, it seems that Kaylee and Slippermouth seem to be dragging each other down whilst freaking still in some odd way supporting each other. Now, I don't quite fully agree that the fallout that's gone on isn't staged. I actually believe there's some staging behind what's going on here with their fallout. And it wouldn't surprise me if they're in contact on the phone still, in the background, talking and discussing what they're doing. Like trying to make out as if they've fallen out just to draw in the crowds. Now, there was many things said in Kaylee's review of Slippermouth this morning, and I highly suggest people go and listen to the bullshit that was said in it. Like, Slippermouth, the man who does not block people, openly admitted that he blocked me many times in the call between him and Wavy. And his reason for blocking me is because Slippermouth didn't like that I was pulling him apart on his bullshit at the time. He didn't like the truth. So his instant reaction was to carry on blocking. Now, just to be fair, I'm going to play Kaylee's review this morning. We'll start off with the shorter one out of the two, which was only done an hour ago. I'm just going to try and skip past the music, with shitty music. I don't know what it is with her, but she has foul taste in music.
Right at this moment, it's just more that it's been said, and I've got it done. Barely anybody. Good morning, just in case anybody does hear this. I'll be back in 2 seconds, and it's not going to be a long one, actually. I just feel like I need to say a couple of things about what's been said. I am also acutely aware that there's literally barely anybody that gets notifications. I don't even know. I think I might have hit 30 subscribers yesterday.
Straight off, she's not prepared, and she's impressed at the fact that she's got 30 subscribers. Says it all, really.
Thanks, Dave. But honestly, this one's literally only for a couple of days now, so I don't particularly need it. So in about 2 minutes, I've just got a few things to say that, again, it's not so much for participation right at this moment. It's just more that it's been said, and I've got it down for reference. But I hope everybody's well. So about a minute or two, I'll be back.
This is dragging on with the freaking shitty music and freaking not being prepared. Don't worry, she'll be flapping shortly. Whilst I remember, she set you a challenge, Wavy.
Right, 2 secs. If anyone is 2 seconds.
You're going to hear the challenge in a minute. And I think I've already squashed that challenge with the video I've just played.
Right, okay. Turn this down. Okay, I'm not even sure how many people are going to hear this. I'm not even, in fact, expecting anyone to hear this as I do it at the moment, but I've got a lot on. I need to just kind of get this out of the way while it's fresh in my 2 seconds. Fresh in my head. You have to bear with me as well. No, fuck it, don't worry. I'm fine.
I'm not sure she is fine.
No, we are allowed to say I'm not being a narcissist, but I'm generally in a fuckload of pain, like 20.
You know, right off there with her saying that she's not being a narcissist, and the very next thing she's going to do is be a narcissist.
24/7 at the minute, so things are just generally harder, and I don't have as much time to be investing in stuff that really isn't of the highest importance to me. So what we have at the moment, I've not been able to see I'm not even clear 100% of the motivations behind it, whether this is look, I'm not assuming there is one. I'm going to hope this is just in the light of transparency. However, I believe there's more to it. There's a hell lot more, specifically regarding Wavy. Wavy, again, one more time, if you do hear this, I'm going to extend to you that if you do, in fact, want to talk before things take their own other ways. And
Here we go. Straight away, begging for Wavy to talk with the assertion of blackmail. Like, thinking that something will happen if you don't talk to her.
It's not me saying I'm going to come around and murder this. None of that's going on at all. But things are in motion for a lot of things, despite what our friend, our colleague on the internet, Mr. Rick, might or might not say, because
Colleague on the internet? Is she saying she works with him?
all of a sudden now, apparently, whatever Jupiter says is golden. I mean, oh God, look, I'm not going to make this a slag fest now, but Jupiter, for fuck's sake, I've got plenty to say, and there's plenty coming to be said, all in good time. So, to keep this short and sweet, I'm just going to play, I'm assuming with permission, and I'm not even sharing the actual thing, I'm just playing literally directly from the public domain, what's been put in the public domain very, very recently. Again, I've no idea what the motivation is behind it. It's nobody's, what's the word? Let's not be around the bush, right? Okay, there's no love lost right at this particular moment. So I've got no fucking clue what's going through the guy's head. Literally none. Even what I did think, I did know a bit.
Notice the no love lost at the moment sort of infers that there was some sort of love going on between them.
Bit about up until recently, I'm considerably questioning now. So unless the fella decides he wants to actually speak about it, then I'm pretty stumped my end. Not that it's going to go like ruining my day or anything like that. It's just there's very fucking little I can do about it when people choose to disengage, which again ultimately only surprises me further, considering it's Rick, who literally has always been the let's just sit and fucking talk about it guy, as far as I knew. I mean, I don't know. It's just not like we've been in a relationship or anything like that.
No, it's not like they're in a relationship, but she did want that.
So, I mean, I don't know really how much of this is or isn't, just that wasn't supposed to happen. The thing I was looking for is not even in there. Right, bear with me. Yeah, so I really, honestly, I've got no idea whether or not this chap is just, I don't know, trying to cover his own arse now with certain things that have gone on in the past, if he's literally trying to be fair to the truth or what. But what I will do is just play literally the conversation between himself and Wavy that obviously was necessary. So let me just see if I've missed any more conversation with, I think I did that one already. On the middle ground. Yeah, I think I already did do that one. So I'm just going to play through Rick's latest Wavy conversation. It's only like 7 minutes. So I'm just going to play it through and just discuss it after.
Just before we get started, Wavy's just left a comment about Kaylee and Hampstead hoax pushing. Well, only maybe 5 days ago, she had Jake Clark on her live stream, in which Jake Clark breached the anonymity of the children in the Hampstead case. And not only that, Kaylee promoted Jake Clark's channel and told people to go and watch the banned indecent content, which is the police interviews with the children. These interviews contain children talking about sexual acts. Now, Kaylee herself already knows that people shouldn't be sharing those videos around, yet she's promoting Jake Clark and sending people to watch these videos. She's absolutely disgusting. Not only that, Jake Clark, for the video titles, has used the children's names, which is a breach of the court order, that was put in place by Justice Judge Palfrey. Now, as far as I'm aware, that court order's still standing. So I'm sure there's going to be repercussions for Jake Clark, who's only just got off a court order due to harassment involving the case. So he clearly hasn't learnt. Anyway, let's get back to this here.
Hello, Ben Telegram.
You right, mate? How you
How
doing?
are you, fella? Good.
Yeah, not bad, Jay.
Yeah, man. My twin grandchildren have been born, man.
Right, brilliant, brilliant.
28 weeks, mate. It's fucking, that's amazing, man.
Wow, fucking hell.
Jeez, it's all happened since about 5 o'clock, man. It's fucking crackers. I can't believe it. The what's up there now.
Wow.
So, yeah, listen, I'm going to be pulling away offline for whatever.
Yeah.
While my babies are in incubators and that.
No, it's understandable.
But I don't want to leave this hanging for a fucking month, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right then.
So big up Wavy for being a decent family member. Unlike Slippermouth and Kaylee, you had stuff going on in your family at the time back then, and you pulled away from the internet to be there for your family. Whereas Kaylee and Slippermouth have done completely the opposite. They've abandoned their family for the internet.
I'm feeling uncomfortable about this, mate. So I was going to make a video about it, but I don't want to gaslight you either. Now, you can record this then and play it if you want to. I've got no bones about it.
Right.
But my opinion is that she's gaslighting you. You have ended up arguing with drunken people who just...
Sorry, I missed the first part of that. Is Wavy now saying that I'm gaslighting? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Is he saying that I'm gaslighting Rick?
And straight away, instant assumptions. Everything's got to be about Kaylee. Now, I don't believe Wavy was talking about Kaylee there. But Kaylee's automatically jumped onto it. Must be about Kaylee.
Because I've got a feeling of where I've got a feeling this might go. Because, I mean, in line with what was said yesterday, the amount of shit Rick's taken for me when I never actually asked Rick to come along and do anything for me or take any shit for me. I might be getting this wrong. But if he's saying that I've gaslit Rick somehow by dragging Rick into situations where I think if we go back over things, we'll find that generally speaking, I've been dragged into shit by generally Jason. And then just by default, because people just lumped me and Rick together despite whatever we ever fucking said anyway, Rick would get caught up in that situation as well. Now, it sounds to me, yet again, now the thing is, Wavy, you may have deleted all your fucking videos over the years, but I haven't, love. Right, so if you want to find me, should we go over a ratio of whatever your fucking videos had to do with anything else other than Kaylee? I'll tell you what, I'm going to set you a challenge, Wavy. Why don't you go do that? Go through all your old shit.
Here's the challenge, Wavy, that she's on about. Now, the video I've just played prior to this was a video of Wavy's, and anyone with any common sense can see that that video was not about Kaylee.
right? And clock up every single video you ever made, right? And just put together, if I don't know, Google, if you can't remember how to do ratios, there's really fucking easy apps, tools, all sorts of shit for it now. If you cannot figure out ratios, I really set a challenge for you, Wavy, over the entire time that anybody's had any fucking clue who you are on the internet. Please go ahead and do a ratio of all of your videos that I've recorded, the ones that you've taken down, but I've recorded over the years. Figure out how many of them were in relation to just smashing the shit out of Kaylee, who you don't know.
I'll answer that one. Very few of them. In actual fact, I've got most of the videos, so try running down that route, Kaylee. It's not going to get you anywhere.
Versus anything else of worth, or anything else, just anything else. But let's just go back and carry on. Again, I'm not preempting what Rick's doing here. He may well just be literally playing this in transparency just for the sake of what it is. But so far, and I mean, the thing is, again, with Rick himself, we've had this discussion many a time in the past, that this is just generally the, I don't know, but things change, don't they? Then sometimes things that have been said all along weren't true anyway, so I don't know anymore.
Troll people, it's what they do, then these people, they've got no boundaries, man.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I get that.
And I think you were dragged into that. And I heard you kick off about the wasp, calling Brian Hell's children spasms.
Yeah.
Right? I was discussing it. I'm still not happy with it, but that's what them people do.
Yeah.
I mean, night after night they do these things. Right now, the video itself, the original video where that clip comes from, is about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 40 minutes long. It's on Brian Hill's second channel.
Yeah.
Right, where Brian Hill, Vega, and Kaylee are calling the Wasp's children paedophile, crackheads, all kinds
I
of
see where this
shit
is
for
going,
fucking
right.
About an hour.
Right, so what I'd like now, because obviously now, well, it seems right now, because, yeah, I've been told about this conversation that I've been involved
You know what, Kaylee? You've been told about this conversation. You record everything on the internet, yet you haven't got that conversation. Really? More likely you have got it, and you just don't want to put it back out.
in a million times with Esau and Brian and everything before I knew who any of those characters were, before I had any idea who Wasp. But by the way, let's not forget, very shortly before Wasp died, myself and Wasp.
Now, Kaylee's idea of saying that she had no clue about who Esau, Brian Hell, and them lot were back then is utter bullshit. Because when Brian Hell first came on the scene, I warned Kaylee about Brian Hell and Esau and them. So she knew exactly what they were and what they were like before she even got involved with them.
Wasp had an at length, in-depth, personal, private conversation. Okay, so I'm quite okay with where things were ultimately left with Wasp. Now, let's not forget, how the fuck do I even know who Wasp is? How the fuck do I even know who Brian Hurl is? How the fuck do I even know who Jupiter is? How do I know who Wavy is, AJ is, Danny? How do I know any of these people? Okay, is it just because I feel like I need to run around and then make up another guy from Manchester called Rick because I fancy him and I want him to come save my ass from it? This is just bollocks. Okay, the fact it even happened, right, should...
Kaylee seems to have memory issues. She doesn't seem to remember how she knows people, or knows of people. She doesn't really know people. She just runs around chatting shit about people, and most of it is utter shit that comes out of her mouth. How does she know of myself? Now, that's because I was exposing the King's Flag scam, which is the Maui Powerhouse Limited scam. And I'd been chasing John Winoa for many years, way before Matt Taylor ever came on the scene with John Winoa, which is getting on towards 10 years ago now. and way before Kaylee became John Manoa's secretary. So Kaylee does know how she come across myself. She knows how she come across Danny. She definitely knows how she came across Wavy. The Wasp and the Freak Show and that. Now, yes, Jason did have involvement there. Jason did run to Kaylee and tell Kaylee that Danny and myself were over on the Wasp's channel and that. And as usual, Kaylee came sniffing around. Never changes. She follows myself, Danny, and Eric, and others around the internet continuously and then tries to make out it's the opposite way around. It's batshit crazy. She's absolutely nuts.
To say enough. So what you're saying, I sat there and I took that. I think this is what Rick's been alluding to at some point, because you know what I've said a million times as well, when you're in a new setting, you don't know who you're around sometimes. Do you remember, has this not been applied to Babs a million times over? Even though when she then goes on the next day to say, oh no, I've got all the excuses in the world. See, I don't do that. I accept that in the Mail City, even this came up the other day and got completely thrown in my face, misconstrued. Everybody else got what I was saying apart from you, Rick. Things happen in the moment, people make stupid mistakes, then they change their ways. See, now what I don't do is sit around on a panel with these people right now, which is what some other people do.
But that's a lie. You were sat on a panel with Jupiter, Bleeding Gash, Triller was on there last night. I wouldn't count Triller as one of the degenerates, but there was a fair few of the degenerates on the panel that you were sat on last night, and now you're saying that you don't sit around on panels with these people. What is wrong with your memory, Kaylee?
Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, I obviously fucked up at that point, and I'd still like to see that footage because people talk about it all the time. The same way, Wavy, you talk about this fucking terrorizing this dead child's family that's never happened, and I'd really appreciate you to specify.
Yes, it has happened, and I've just shown the video from 2019 when Wavy called it out to start with.
That one last time so I can go directly to that family and have the conversation with the family that I supposedly harassed myself and see if they even know who the fuck I even am. All right, do you see where?
No, you didn't harass the family on your own. It was a group of you that did it. You know, that their King's Flag bunch of scammers that you were hanging around with and that you were the secretary for. What is wrong with your memory, Kaylee?
Where this is going. Now, if you want to provide this original conversation that you're talking about here, rather than just phoning Rick about it and, you know, getting into Rick's ear again, because this is all you've done for fucking years. If you want to get that original one, don't feel bad on me. Put everything out. Good, bad, ugly. It's all been done already. Let's deal with the problems. That's what I'm about. I don't run around creating shit by bringing it up down the line, telling somebody, do you remember something? I saw this.
You don't run around creating shit, bringing stuff up from the past. How do you work that out when, since you lost your channel on the 17th of last month, every day since then you have done live streams rehashing pointless shit? 99% of it, nothing to do with you. Yet you try denying the very thing you do. You're nuts, Kaylee.
I saw this. I thought you're being gassed. This girl's a cunt. He's just a fucking dirty old prick, Wavy.
No, I don't know why they did get on around there. It's exactly that kind of stand up. Brian L saying he's going to go to his Wasp daughter's workplace. His granddaughter's an actress, so he's going to go and fuck that up for him. He took a load of stick before that was mentioned, yeah? Now, I don't know if she sent you a clip.
No,
Listen.
no. I was just sent. A few people sent me the link. Said what? Oh no, the Brian Hurl thing. I was on there, wasn't I? I was on. Well, I was just on the comments, but I was on there.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I was just listening and I thought, wow, no way did he just.
And I'm thinking, what the fuck is Dan Tarragon doing here, man? You know what I mean? Another thing was, there was a show on the other night on the Wasp channel, right? Now, she's been saying, and I've heard you say it as well, Dan, right, that she moved home because of trolls wrecking her and all this, right?
Go fuck yourself, Gary, and I want you to come and say this to my face, and I really hope, Rick, you don't just go with this shit now, because you know it is a lot fucking deeper than that. It was not because of the trolls that we moved, right?
Now, you've just heard her say there that it's not because of the trolls that they moved. Now, she's about to contradict herself.
It wasn't because of the trolls. I was happy to move when we were being moved because of the trolls and the situation and it giving us somewhere fresh. And we already decided as a family it was safer for the children to go to.
So she says that it was not because of the trolls, but she was happy to move because of the trolls. Make your mind up, Kaylee.
Even more anonymous address permanently with a new anonymous school, right? But of course, this is all everybody else's fucking business for the rest of time, isn't it? Right, so this is now what Wavy's saying, is now that I'm running around blaming the trolls for anything that ever happened with me and my children. Never been the case, but do you see where we still are? I've still got this shit 24/7, and even the people I thought I could trust are now putting this kind of thing out to what, make me look more crazy still? When if you do actually go back, I even clarified it, and Rick, you did support me at the time, if you remember. I clarified it on Brian Hurl's own show. It was.
No, she's trying to deny that she's run around blaming it on everyone else, the reason she's no longer got her kids. Well, she can keep running down that line if she likes, but she seems to have an extremely short memory. I have multiple recordings of her saying that she gave up her kids because of myself. There's also multiple recordings of her saying that she gave up her kids because of Danny and many others. Like, she really is absolutely batshit crazy to be running around trying to make out that what she spent years claiming to be the case is now not the case. It's absurd that she does this. She keeps tripping over her own fucking bullshit.
Was not because of the trolls that I moved, but I was very happy to because of the situation. That's what actually happened. But again, of course, we've got Gary yet again telling in private somebody's ear what's actually going on with Kaylee's life. And I still set you that challenge, Wavy. If you can go and find all the videos you've ever made on anything and then figure out a ratio, because I've got all of them, figure out a ratio of how many of them had anything to do with fucking anything versus slagging off Kaylee.
No, I don't comment on any flat out with Kaylee because
you just make videos and delete them, you fucking melon.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Wavy does not just make videos and delete them at all. He makes videos for an intended audience. His videos are very good, very informational, and I've not come across one single video that Wavy's made that hasn't been factual. So try again, Kaylee.
Now, it turns out that she won't move home because of trolls.
Turns out I never fucking claimed that. And if anybody ever let me actually speak and listened to the words I actually say, it's a hell of a lot fucking... Do you know, I don't need to. I'm just going to let the rest play out because I'm just hoping Rick's... I've got a feeling I've heard this conversation before anyway, but I'm hoping that this isn't a strategic thing to try and now go, oh, look, she's a troublemaker. It's all about Kaylee. And look, even people have been warning me all along. If that's what it is, then fine, that's what it is. But let's just at least be honest about what actually fucking happened.
You know what I mean? So it's been a lie that she's...
I do agree, Kaylee, you are a troublemaker and you have run around causing trouble for a very long time for Andrew Devine and John Winoa.
Been using.
Have I? Is it a lie I've been using, or is it something that you want me to have been using, which I never fucking said? Do you see where the twist in all of this shit really is? Does anyone ever fucking listen to me? Well, you're going to have no choice soon because I'm...
The twist in all this is Kaylee's absolutely delusional and she doesn't remember the words that comes out of her own mouth. There's where the big problem is here. I'll just skip it back a couple of seconds because she's going to come out with some utter bullshit here.
You want me to have been using, which I never fucking said. Do you see where the twist in all of this shit really is? Does anyone ever fucking listen to me? Well, you're going to have no choice soon because I'm going to be in a million fucking places and I'm going to be able to say whatever the fuck I like about whoever the fuck I like as long as it's within the law. And believe me, after what you lot have put me through, I can do a fucking lot.
Oh, mate,
Is that some sort of deluded threat from her? Like, she's going to be in a million places and she's going to say what she likes about people, really? I'd love to know how she's going to be in a million places. And she never shuts up. She always says what she wants. So what's the difference? Hello, Babs. I see you're in the chat now. Well done for waking up from the bullshit that you were involved with Jupiter, Moon, and all them lot, and freaking seeing that it was bullshit that was being pushed towards you. Now, apparently, because I commented yesterday and said respect to Babs for waking up from the bullshit, we're now best of friends. Well, we're not. But I respect anyone that wakes up from the bullshit.
it's an MO, mate, and I recognise the MO.
I know what you're saying, but it's one of them things.
Gaslighting, yeah.
There's a lot going on in the background. Justin's pulled her into that wasp thing. And said everyone's attacking you, need to get in there and defend yourself and all this. So he's dragged her into that situation.
Yeah, mate,
none of us.
You don't get dragged in, young man, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of them. None of us knew any of these people. You know, there was never.
I mean, I don't know you from Adam. You know what I mean? I know I ain't playing any games with them. No. So I'm a fucking.
So he doesn't know Rick from Adam. He's got no fucking idea who I am, but he has to phone Rick to go in his ear about what a prick I am. Is this making a lot of sense? And plus, let's not forget, the only reason anyone even knows who Wavy is because he's an entire integral part to the Hampstead bollocks. If anybody can find Wavy...
Didn't take long for her to bring up the Hampstead case, did it? No. Wavy was definitely around long before the Hampstead case, and he'll be around still long after the Hampstead case. So why she even thinks to bring this bullshit up, I don't know. She's obsessed with the Hampstead case. Obsessed with getting everything wrong about the case. When she's already been put straight on the facts of the case, she chooses to go with the bullshit and hang around with those that are pushing indecent content and promoting indecent content.
Before this shit happened, please enlighten us all.
Honest person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think you've really got major beats with Danny and AJ. I think it's all just this. I'm not blaming Umbrella Break for that.
He's just put a video up, AJ, on about I've got to worry about having my kids took or whatever now.
I'd love to see that video. Wavy was right to a certain degree there. There wasn't really an issue between Danny, myself, and Slippermouth until Slippermouth caused the issue. Now, Slippermouth, some years back, must be roughly 2019, maybe beginning of 2020. I'll have to check, but freaking Kaylee had a phone call with Slippermouth, and the phone call, Kaylee decided to offer herself on a plate to Slippermouth. And Slippermouth, being stupid, went with his little todger instead of using any brains and followed blindly, stabbing many people in the back and went around lying about people. Now, it was at the point where Slippermouth came out with his video crying, saying how he was abandoning his family for a dog shit movement. That was a tipping point for me, and I'm sure it was the tipping point for a few others as well. Anyone who's going to abandon their family for, as Slippermouth called it, a dog shit movement, they deserve no respect whatsoever. And I want nothing to do with them.
It's what I mean.
Where's it all fucking led?
Where does it? Oh, so he won't address at that point. Oh, do you know what? There may be a vulnerable young mother of 3 during COVID, not having family in the country, and all the rest of it. Perhaps at that point, then, you know, considering this dude still is making videos threatening men's children, perhaps she doesn't feel like it's been resolved enough yet to just go back to happy families. Is this guy fucking serious or what?
So
This is it, yeah.
I don't want to get involved in all that.
I don't want to fuck.
When is she ever going to go back to being a mother to her children? Doesn't seem like she's got any interest in doing that whatsoever. I really do feel for her children. Before anyone says, oh, AJ's talking about Kaylee's children, well, Kaylee's given me permission, and nothing I've said about Kaylee's children, anyone should be seen as being detrimental to the children. In actual fact, I'm in support of those children having a mother. Unfortunately, Kaylee's not fit to be one.
Playing
Oh,
silly
fuck
games
off
at the
and
minute.
die.
He's pretending that Eric's not him.
So now she wants Wavy to fuck off and die, by the sounds of it. That's what she's just said. I'll skip it back a second so that we can hear that again. She's been telling people to go kill themselves and all sorts. She was making out that her father didn't kill me because she is going to kill me. And she thinks that she's not making death threats. Well, it's all recorded. Funny enough, the latest death threat, the one where she stated that her father didn't kill me because she's going to kill me, she was live streaming that on the very day that Danny was going for a interview with the police because of her delusions. And it was roughly at the exact same time that I believe Danny would have been in the interview that Kaylee was issuing this death threat to me. But this one is Kaylee now telling Wavy to fuck off and die. What a lovely, delightful young lady that Kaylee Inav isn't.
Is this guy fucking serious or what?
So
This is it, yeah.
I don't want to get involved in all that.
I don't want to
AJ's
fucking get
playing
involved.
silly
Fuck
games
off
at the
and
minute.
die.
He's pretending that Eric's not him, and then running about doing the most vile shit as Eric.
I just point out something here. That their very act of telling someone to fuck off and die is a breach of YouTube's community standards. And that alone, really and truly, is enough for YouTube to remove a channel.
What you don't realise is we've had a team fucking Tracy's fucking shit twice, and it's come back to AJ twice. And then
Now, what Slippermouth's going on about here is his imaginary team who did freaking supposed traces, IP traces on Eric's channel, and he's claiming that it came back to me twice, which is impossible. Now, I'm guessing he has a team of blind mice that are doing these here imaginary traces, because it's utter bullshit. My IP address at the time back then was showing us being in a country thousands of miles away from where Eric would have been, whether Eric was in the UK at the time or in one of the other countries that he spends a lot of time in. So I'll give a little hint. I used to have a flag. Chloe, shush. I used to have a flag as my profile picture as the country where my IP address was showing as. And that country begins with an S, not a P.
then we've just had someone confirm that they've got evidence that he's Eric as well.
Nothing
So
would surprise me with the
that's it.
accents. I've seen loads of them do, man.
that's it.
You know
That's
what I mean?
it. So it's one
I
of them
spoke
things.
to that
It's,
wasp and them for about 10 minutes, man, and that was me out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what they do. It's their content every night. They get on and hammer people and fucking slay them. And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just fucking goes nowhere.
Well, I've been saying to a few people this week, you know, none of the people around this, there's one person, Ricky Millwall and Raj, they're the only two people out of this movement that are actually around the shit. And you're thinking, why are you around all these wrongings? I don't get it.
You know what I mean? I ain't even saying they're wrong, they're just a bunch of pissheads, and it's what they do then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've been doing it for fucking years.
Well, unfortunately,
Well, the Wasps channel was like a bar, basically. It was like a gathering of people at the pub, and it was entertaining. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was said on it that wasn't correct, but there was also just as much stuff that was said on that channel that was correct. And the intentions of the Wasp and them, for the most part, were decent. Yes, me and the Wasp had a fallout towards the end, and that was purely over a misunderstanding over a freaking comment that I'd left under a video that had been put up by Eric, and the argument at the time was over an image that wasn't what was being made out. The image did not contain what people were making out at all.
we've got wrong-uns and pissheads everywhere. You'll find even in most groups, most societies, most communities, you're going to have wrong-uns and pissheads. This is the world we live in. If you're literally going to whitewash every single collection of people because one or two of them's a wrong-un or a pisshead, then you're not going to get very fucking far, if you ask me. I think from what I've come, well, to be fair, yeah, a lot of the Hive are proper cunts, but I've met some really decent.
In actual fact, I'm going to disagree there. The majority of the Hive are decent people. There are a few cunts in amongst it, but the majority of them are decent
people via that situation, I think, so far. And yet again, always open to change. You know, life is very fluid and all that. What is it? Be like water. But let's see it to the end for fairness sake. It's only like another minute or so. And again, this isn't no attack on Rick. I mean, I don't understand the relevance so much. Well, I'm sure he's going to have his reasons. I hope they're more directed at the greater good than trying to have a swipe at me for some reason at the moment. But I'm not necessarily taking it as a personal thing like that. It's just very hard after a certain string of videos and whatnot that's gone on of late, if you know what I mean. But either or, I'll get over it.
Yeah.
I know, I just think this ain't what you are about. Listen, I don't even agree with half of the stuff you say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think this is what you're about.
No,
you know what I mean? I think
definitely
it's
not.
beneath that, and that's my honest opinion as a man to another one.
Yeah. No, bang on, mate. Bang on.
Yeah, I know, honestly, I'm a bullshitter, then I'm being totally honest with that.
Yeah.
And I'm at the end of the phone, if, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Sound. Nice one, Waver.
All right.
Hope everything goes cool, mate. Congratulations and everything.
Thank you very much, mate.
Nice one, mate.
Take it easy, man. Just
You
like
too.
I said, man. You know what I mean? Don't fucking know it yourself, man. Just move away from it all.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to Danny, man, I'll set some look. Talk to each other, man, and whatever. I ain't trying to correct no.
Right, so if you want to talk to Danny, mate, I'll set it up. Right, hang on. All right, that is very close to the end.
So she's butthurt because Wavy suggests setting up a call between Danny and Slippermouth. It's hardly surprising she was butthurt.
So basically, this is very similar, is it not? To Danny was absolutely fine with me having me in all the hangs and having me all around the situation when it was to fill my head with everything about Hampstead being a hoax and whatnot. And now we've got Wavy here telling Rick to just stay away from it all. But if you want to talk to Danny, who, let's not forget, this gentleman has declared publicly his undying, unequivocal, his undying, unconditional love for this gentleman, Lyndon Morden. This has already happened and been well documented. So in one breath, he's telling him to stay away from this case completely. However, if he would like an arranged meeting with his love of his life, Mr. Lynn.
Wait a minute. She's trying to make out now that because Wavy suggested having a conversation with Danny, that automatically the conversation must be about the Hampstead case. How absurd.
Morden, he can most certainly arrange that, but stay away from Kaylee because she's a gaslighting, troublemaking cunt, basically, is what I'm getting out of this conversation. But let's just finish it off.
Well, you said it, Kaylee. You pretty much are, aren't you?
Sound, mate. Sound. Take care.
All right, then, Mocha.
Take care, mate.
All right, then, mate.
All right.
Ta-ra.
Stay safe. Stay safe. Wait.
Cheers, mate. Ta-ra.
Okay, and I do believe that's the end of it, and I am entirely busy, so make of that what you will. I'm not 100% sure of Rick's intention of that at this point in time, whether it's to distance himself further from the overall thing, which is absolutely.
To be fair, I don't think even Rick knows what his intentions are, so who's to know?
Absolutely fine, because nobody ever thought Rick really wanted much to do with it. We all know the Pendragons and CM, but none of that had anything to do with the case until this lot turned up anyway. And to be fair, I never got involved specifically because of the case. I've got all sorts of reasons why I've been doing things to try and protect children for 1,000,001 different reasons that will be.
So, here we go. She's back on she's trying to protect children. What about her own children? And if she's so hell-bent on saying that she's protecting children, why does she not believe children have the right to anonymity? Why has she been promoting Jake Clark's pushing of the banned Hampstead videos that should never have been put on the internet?
Not that I have to prove anything, though. They're just self-evident and will be in time with my work. So I've got nothing to defend or prove to anybody. And if that's the case, I really don't know, and I'm not about to make a presumption. But there you go. That's what Rick spat out this morning, the conversation between himself and Wavy. And again, Wavy, I set you the challenge. If you want to go back through your entire catalogue of shit that you've put out on the internet and then break it down for us into a ratio of anything else versus slagging off Kaylee, I think that would be a really interesting video for you to make. But on that note, peace and love, everybody.
Well, Wavy has put in the chat here that 30% of his videos may have been slagging off Kaylee. I think that's quite generous, to be fair. I don't even think it's 30% of Wavy's videos that have ever slagged Kaylee off. And they ain't really been slagging Kaylee off at all. Just been telling the truth about the situation at the time. So where does she get this whole notion of it being slagging off?
Have a wonderful day. I don't even know if I'm still live because I can't see the finish button. Oh, yes, down the bottom here, isn't it? Have a beautiful day. Yeah, I am over on this one, but I'm super duper busy, so probably not going to be around too much. Can't upload videos to the other. I don't even think I can upload to this one without I need to go get basically a hell of a load of new SIM cards and shit, and I've got loads to sort out, and I'm traveling a lot. I will tap in and out.
She needs to go and get a load more SIM cards because her accounts keep getting taken down for her breaching YouTube's terms of services. So she's going out to buy a load more disposable SIM cards to create a load more trolling accounts only to get them taken down for breaching terms of service. Couldn't make it up. What's the point in wasting your life like this, Kaylee?
My direct number is the same at the moment, but I can't take actual calls, so you're going to need to WhatsApp or message if you need me to get back to you urgently. But
I suggest no one calls her. If you do have a telephone number, delete it and block her number from calling you. That's the best thing you can do, is cut off all communication from her in private. Any communication, do it in the public, because she'll only put out any calls or that you have with her, cherry picked obviously to suit her narrative. So Kaylee doesn't understand the term private. She thinks everything's fair use to cherry pick and make deranged narratives out of.
that's where we're at with that, I suppose. I'm not even 100% sure what it was supposed to imply, but then perhaps it wasn't. It's just being transparent. That's just what happened. But then that's happened a lot over the years. Wavy pretends he's all very much straight-laced and all for the greater good and everything. But again, Wavy, I set the challenge. Show us what the fuck you've ever done apart from slate to me that you've committed to the internet. And I'll eat my hat.
I guess you better go and get that hat to eat, Kaylee. You're going to be chewing on that for some time. Anyway, that there is the second string she did this morning. Absolutely delusional. She never learns, never changes. And she wonders why people take the piss out of her. Well, there's pure example for why she gets the piss ripped out of her continuously. Because she makes a fool of herself. Comes online, chatting utter shit, proving how delusional she is.
But on that one, have a good where are we? What's the day? Yeah, have a great week, everyone.
This video, I was in stitches over this one. Absolute stitches. It's reminded me of a few things, actually, that I'd completely forgotten about. But let's have a listen to this nonsense. We'll have to skip forwards a bit because she likes her shit music.
Right.
Mainly about Danny Jones and AJ.
Yeah.
Only for me to discover all these people are blocked.
Who blocked?
By you. Do you want to fucking sort something out then? And I don't like all this fucking sideways subliminals, man, about the two-door productions and no fucks given and all this shit. That's why.
Slippermouth, the man who claims he done block people. Wavy's just there called him on freaking the fact that he's blocked everyone that he's running around crying about.
I sent you that shit I sent you this morning. I want you to be in no doubt. I don't give a fuck about anyone. I'm 60 years old then. Never took a backward step in my life and I won't start now.
Well, all right. So you've jumped in because basically Danny Jones may have
I'm
been...
associated with Danny Jones. I don't want to be associated with a fucking nonce. You called him a nonce. I asked for evidence.
Right.
Now, this is where Slippermouth is going to deny to Wavy that Slippermouth called Danny Jones a nonce. Now, I've got recordings of Slippermouth saying it, right, which were way prior to this. Now, Slippermouth is someone who spent years running around calling people pedos and nonces with no evidence to support it whatsoever. At one point, he was calling the whole of Wake Up UK paedophiles. That includes his supposed friend at the time, John Lawrence, because John Lawrence was a member of Wake Up UK and used to host a channel on there at the time.
I'm asking you for evidence now.
Of what?
Of me saying that Danny's a nonce, because you've said it several times, and up
But
to now
2
it's just
fucking weeks
allegations.
ago when I made my video, why didn't you fucking highlight it then?
I did.
Fucking hell, mate.
I did.
Listen.
I did a video of the comment that wouldn't land, so I did.
Right then,
It's not like
all right
you
then,
did,
you're
I
not
did.
calling him a nonce. Listen, I do what fucking grown and big men do.
Who noticed here, like, he's backing out of the fact that he was calling Danny a nonce. What has he spent the past few years doing then?
When they're wrong, I'll fucking walk it back and I'll apologise.
No, but
You're
I'm
not calling him a nonce.
That's fair enough.
You're not calling him a nonce, are you?
No, I'm not calling him a
Let's
nonce
clear
or
that
a
up then.
pedo.
That's that fucking cleared up.
Right,
You
so
got
where
one.
have you got the information from? Because you're not the first person to say it.
You've intimated
with all these fucking playroom things, that is a fucking nonsense. Don't say you haven't done. Umbrella's done the same, mate.
Nobody's
I
actually
don't want
called
to be
anybody a
associated
nonce.
with anything like that.
Nobody's called anyone a nonce. And if anyone's got
So
any
don't play
evidence to
games,
suggest
then. Don't play
otherwise,
games, man. You've got to say what's on your fucking mind, mate. Don't play games, then. I've got a lot on my
Danny
plate at the
has
minute, and I
lied.
know you have.
Danny
I know you have.
Danny has lied from day one, and certain
He's
people.
lied to you, then, about certain things.
He's lied to me. He's lied to Joe. He's lied to Susie. He's lied to Gary. He's had Nathan.
Sort it out with him, then.
Well, that's utter bullshit. Danny didn't lie to Susie, freaking Joanne, or any of those people. It's Slippermouth, as usual, doesn't understand words and only hears what he wants to hear.
And he's had us
You
all.
can't just be accusing all this.
He's had
Danny of
us.
all this stuff, mate.
He ain't got no
Sort it out
credibility.
with him.
He ain't got no credibility. He's used ours, and we've told everybody this whole fucking movement that you can go on a sex register list, and it's bullshit. Weaver. He ain't got
Have you got evidence for that, then?
How can you prove
That
something
he
that
said
doesn't
it.
exist?
You record everything. You guys record everything.
Yeah.
If he said it, and then he'll have to fucking apologise to everybody that is.
Danny was 100% correct. Sharing indecent content pertaining to children, talking about sexual acts and indecency of such matters, could get you put on the sex offenders register. 100% could. And there are many cases across the UK in which this has happened.
Said it to.
Why do you think?
I've just fucking done.
Why do you think I've been putting videos out showing that he's actually said it with his own words, by message, by mouth, by WhatsApp? He said it a million times, and then he's going back saying, "Oh, I never said that." What do you mean you never said that? We told the whole fucking movement that. You made us all look like wankers. Do you know what I mean?
So, listen, I'm being funny, mate. He's got 240 subscribers. He ain't fucking breaking news, is he?
No, but, but
you know,
by him telling us the biggest lie on the internet, and then we've gone and
it's
told.
It's not the biggest lie on the internet, is it really?
Of course it is.
I'm not defending him on that.
Saying something pertaining children, talking about sexual acts, could get you put on the sex offenders register is no lie. Yet Slippermouth seems to think it's the biggest lie on the internet. How mental.
Anyway,
That's
I don't really
got to
care
be
about
the
that.
most highlighted case. I've not got a fucking
do
dog in the
a
fight.
fucking 2-minute video then, proving of these messages and that. Just that's all you got to fucking do.
I've
And
already
I'll
put them out.
put it on my channel.
I've already put them out.
Well, send me the link then,
Right,
and I'll
all
put
right,
it on
send
my
me the
fucking
link.
channel. There's the fucking evidence, Danny.
Yeah.
Now, what are you saying?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Wave. As long as people land on the evidence, I don't care. You've seen me not pick sides. Everyone's seen me think, oh, he's going to do that. And then I've picked
that's
the other.
not really fair then. From where I'm sitting,
Why?
it looks like you have picked a fucking side, and the side that you've picked is umbrella. To me, mate, this is all nothing. It's of a nothingness. He never broke up no fucking movements, mate.
How is he not?
Nobody broke up any movements. The movements fell apart because of shit. I don't know what you're fucking blaming Danny for, mate. I really fucking don't.
Because he's literally weaseled his way in, and we've seen him. Before he got through the door. Anyway, Gary asked me to check him out.
Apparently, Slippermouth's making out that Danny's weaseled his way in. In actual fact, it was Gary and Nathan who went to Danny, not the other way around. So Slippermouth needs to get his facts right.
I checked everything out, and at the end of the day, he weaseled his way in. He started trying to change things from within, and then trying to discredit Gary and Nathan. Now, this is nothing.
That isn't the case at all. What happened was Rude Awakenings. Now, that was put together and it was meant to be separate to the CMW, which was previously known as the Dragons. Now, it was very apparent that some people didn't understand what Rude Awakenings was meant to be. And it's because of the fact that people didn't understand what it was meant to be that it all fell apart. Now, Slippermouth had very little involvement in putting that together. It was actually myself, Danny, Susie, Joanne Sullis, and I think Andy may have been involved at the time. I'm not 100% certain whether Andy was or not, but Slippermouth really had next to no involvement.
We knew we've had
You
attacks over
disagree
years.
with Gary and Nathan.
Yeah, but
When
he
you
was wrong.
disagree with people,
Yeah, you
mate,
can-
that's not
you can
discrediting people.
Well, it is if you keep
I
carrying.
don't agree with them, but I'm not discrediting them. You know what I mean?
If
And
me
you
and
can
you-
tell Nathan from me, I've made no claims. I'll be bringing no evidence. I asked for evidence because I don't want to see myself and my good character associated with fucking wrong-uns in that capacity. Do you understand where I'm coming from? I'm not a fucking picky choosy bloke, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not picking sides at all. I'm asking for fucking evidence of what I thought that you were claiming he was fucking nuts.
He's running about, right? So I've called him a nonce protector. I've called him a nonce
Right,
protector.
who's
I'll
the
tell you
nonce
that.
is protected?
Who's the nonce he's protecting? They're all protecting Andrew Devine. And AJ's done a video saying the letter of the law states that Andrew.
Hang on a fucking fraction.
Yeah.
This is wobbling my head. I'm completely fucking
I'll
lost
run you
now.
through it quick, right? You remember AJ did 2.
I've got to listen to that again. That's fucking hilarious. So apparently Danny and I are nonce protectors for protecting Andrew Devine, who we've never protected. In actual fact, I called Andrew Devine out a long time ago. Danny's called him out. Many others have called him out. And I still stand by the fact that Andrew Devine is a paedophile. And yes, I made a video stating that Andrew Devine is a paedophile. I also, because back at the time, freaking Jason was assisting Andrew Devine in taking down videos and channels, showing Andrew Devine how to do it. I made a video and I called Jason a paedophile's assistant. Now, I may well have called him a nonce's assistant as well. And yes, in all rights, Jason at the time was protecting a paedophile. Now, Jason has come away from that. And to be fair, because of all the bullshit that was going on at the time with Rick's constant attacking of fucking Jason, which, yes, I did attack Jason for reasons which ain't quite what people seem to think, but freaking I'm not sure that Jason even knew fully what Andrew Devine was back then. So for Rick to now turn around and call people freaking nonce protectors because they're talking to Jason, that's fucking absurd.
Videos, one saying that Andy Devine was a paedophile and nonce, letter of the law, blah blah blah. Then he did another one saying Jason Tyler is a nonce protector for the reasons of him teaching him how to remove evidence and all that. Since then, everyone's reshuffled and now they're around Wake Up. So what are they?
Listen, I don't mind.
His logic's a bit screwed there, isn't it, really? Like, freaking, well, Wake Up ain't the paedophile, is it? It's freaking Andrew Devine. Jason has come away from it, having no involvement with it. And now freaking is Rick trying to label Jason a paedophile here? Because that's the only way that anyone could be a paedophile protector, by talking to Jason. Yeah, I don't think I've actually really ever protected Jason. I've called out people on their bullshit around the situation when they've lied about Jason, but never really protected him. But then I'll call out bullshit no matter whether it's about someone I know or don't know. Like, whether I like them or not. If it's bullshit, and I'll call it out. You're right, Plisco. You're right,
Hello.
Plisco.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
See, it said about. See, you said again, and the thing.
Yeah.
Go back to the phone call, John Manoa.
The one that I remember that John Manoa turned around and said that Andrew Devine's got a very unhealthy obsession with children.
Yeah, and that's obvious interest, and that's how we know it pulled away from.
Like, it's like a madness of freaking Slippermouth turned around to Wavy and tried making out that freaking Danny and myself were protecting freaking Andrew Devine, of all people, to come out with that bullshit.
Well, the only reason is getting bad feedback.
I don't know what's going on there.
The only reason is, you know, fucking Rick Kelly's been on about fucking me going into party chats with kids and playing games with kids. This is why it's really pissing me off now. This is why I've been reporting Fat Dan, because they were accusing me of getting into chats with kids. Now, the other day, Dan turns around and says, "Oh, the police have told him that they're investigating me for going into chats with children, pretending to be a child." Now, I quite clearly show me going on to the Bedfordshire web chat, give them my initial and my email, which is all linked to me on the cases, gave them the link. Now, the following day, after he seen me doing that, he says, no, it was people that told me, it wasn't the police. Now, I know where he's got it, because I know he watches Kelly, because he's trying to use Kelly to tell Bedfordshire Police I'm a major player in this massive trolling ring, and I'm going after all these people. I've spoken to Kelly, and I've proved to Kelly 99% of the shit that's coming out about me, it's all bullshit. It's all been stirred up by people like Rick, Moon, Jupiter, Brian Hurrell, Esau, Babs, Matt Taylor, A1000. And the other day, when A1000 saying, first, she says, I'm behind firebombing Brian Cockrell's house, which is full of shit. Absolutely. Then I'm paid by Humble Dryer to troll Brian Cockrell. Now, what? It was probably 8 years ago I used to speak to Brian Cockrell directly. When Brian Hurrell mentioned Brian Cockrell and Wendy Woos, and he mentioned, "Oh, Wendy, you know Brian Cockrell," and I said, the student's probably still there. I said, "Don't mention his name, Brian," and he never. So I went and spoke to him, and spoke to his wife Emma, told him Brian Hurrell's starting to mention Brian's name, and I'd spoke to them for quite a bit. Then it started with, what have I been doing to Humble Dryer? Humble Dryer, I did not know who he was. I can contact through Brian Cockrell to speak to Humble Dryer. And this is where Brian Hurrell, Matt Taylor was mentioned. A1000, Matt Taylor, this fucking Justin Pomeroy, Mandy Marlins, and a couple of other ones in there. They're all part of Kips Clips' little group. And since he's been popping his head up again, I do believe Kips Clips has been running about doing his little sneaky manoeuvres. But that's going to get sorted. and A1000 turning around saying I threatened to shoot her. It's a fucking big mistake.
Well, I recorded that the other day when A1000 was.
Hang on. Here, Babs. I hope you watched. In fact, Babs, go and watch my past videos where it says Monty Man. Go and watch that. Monty Man was the guy that was speaking to Fat Dan 9 years ago. There was a 10-year-old fucking girl in and around them, including Fat Dan, doing shit on webcam and doing pictures for them. He even mentions it was a pedo ring. So, Babs, away you go and fuck yourself, you ratty old cow.
Oh.
I've exposed Fat Dan. There's still more to come out about Fat Dan. Do you not, Babs? Well, you were in trying to slag me off a couple of months ago, or a couple of weeks ago, in fact, and I blocked you. Like I'm blocking most people when they're coming in mouthing off. So just remember, see when Fat Dan's finished up at court, just remember, all of you, Jupiter Moon, we're all protecting him. See your little fucking chat groups and Telegram. The police are all over them now. They have been for fucking weeks. And you're all going to get fucked. Simple as that. See all the pictures you've been getting. Sorry, Moon and Jupiter have been going around getting Fat Dan to go in and get pictures for them. That's all going to get exposed. And see your little group, you're going to get exposed as soon as it's all over. I might not expose it, but I'm pretty sure I'll get the information for other people to expose it. And it's going to be quite funny to see how you get out of that, because just because you keep opening your mouth, I will be sending it to all the Tommy Robinson supporters. How do you like that one? Supporting the nons, supporting the racist. Oh, it's nothing to do with you, Babs. What a great guy Dan is. Sat there, hours in the end, support them. And it's not even that. It's Moon and Jupiter that's got his own the same shit. And see, Fat Dan's mentioning all these other victims. What he's talking about? He's talking about you, Brian Harrell, Esau, Jupiter, Moon, Kelly Inav, and a whole load more that I've got fuck all to do with. So see when he tries to go and say this guy's doing this, I've got a full history for the past 6 years on 2 PCs. So anybody's got any allegations, fire in, report me, because they'll get fuck all. And it's simple as that. So run along, Babs, and go and tell Moon and Jupiter. The day will come when I will put out everything on the pair of them. And they think I'm kidding. I can hold a lot of stuff for a long, long fucking time before I even can be bothered putting it out. But it will come out one day. Right, I'm off.
All right, mate.
I'm going to have some fun shooting my air rifles.
As far as I'm aware, Babs has now come away from freaking Jupiter and them lot.
Oh, listen, you've seen the true colours of Babs.
Oh well,
I
can
would
only hope that she's
what
learned.
we do with her. Oh, you knew Fat Dan was a racist. You knew Jupiter was a racist because I dropped you hints fucking about 3 years ago, Babs. When you were running around in the Reels channel, I did tell people, closet racist. Right, well, I'm off because Babs is boring me now. Enjoy, Babs.
Right, let's get back to the delusions that was the whole reason for this stream.
Getting involved then, but I won't have all this fucking no fucks given when you're talking about me, mate. I've not called you. or anybody anything, and I require. I don't want any insinuations, and I'm toed up with wrong guns until it's fucking proven.
No, but you're like dismissing the lies and just saying, "Oh, it's broken biscuits." It's not. It's a big fucking lie to tell, and then you've got.
Hello, Babs.
Hiya. Hang
Hang
on.
on.
Why
Why
is
is
that
that?
echo?
Wait 1 sec.
I hate that.
Has that
Oh,
stopped it?
yeah, it's gone now. So he's just made a statement at the end that he told me on Reels. I wasn't even around on Reels, and most of you actually know that. I never went on Reels.
I don't actually know all the people that are around Reels, but I can't say that I ever remember seeing you there.
Yeah, I've only been around about 18 months. Something like that. Maybe a little bit longer. I mean, with Moon, a lot longer, because we were on Tom Fury's together, going back 3-4 years ago. But I never came across, I never went on Reels. So he's lying there.
So you was around Tom Fury at the time that Tom Fury was working with Kaylee then?
Yes, I knew Tom was on UK, Wake Up UK with Kaylee. Yeah, I knew him. Yeah.
It was on Wake Up UK with Tom Fury and Kaylee, in which Kaylee came onto a live stream and come out with something absolutely disgusting about Kaylee's child and her eldest daughter, this was, and a lightsaber.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
I got to admit, I didn't listen to like all of them, and I don't think they weren't on there for very long.
It was about 8 or 9 shows. I've got them all.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
She then went on to, she went from Wake Up UK onto Tom's actual own YouTube channel.
She never went on Tom's herself, did she?
I think she did a couple of times, but she was working with him more so in the background.
Yeah, it was all background stuff. As far as I know, she never went live with him on his channel. I can't fucking stand the bitch anyway. I just wanted to come on and make that point about I was never around Reels, so he's lying. And it was me that actually told everybody. Well, I didn't like Thingy Bob Fat Dan, but I was one of the ones that told them, like Jupes and Moon, about the stuff that I saw, because I got sent a lot of stuff about Dan, and that was the end of it. I never supported. I didn't like the bloke anyway. Everybody heard me calling him out all the time. Do you know what I mean? So these people are delusional to think that I ever supported him. Never. So.
Oh. To be fair, when people sit on panels with people, then it does automatically get guilt by association is what seems to happen a lot.
Yeah, but the thing is that these panels are open panels, so anybody can come on. Yeah. I've made some mistakes, AJ.
Everyone makes
I'm human.
mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes in their life, and it's a case of the best way of dealing with it is learn by it and move on from it.
Yep. That's
Right.
exactly what I'm doing. I mean, I'm only coming on here to clear my name up about Rio. I don't want to, I'm not going to come on here all the time. But I just want to. I'm getting on with my life. I got other things sorting out, and I just want to. Okay.
Thanks for popping on, and
That's
have a good day. I'm glad to hear that you're waking up from what was going on amongst Jupiter and all them lot.
Well, to be honest, I think the final crutch with me was the stuff with Ghost. I
Yeah,
mean, you know, for anybody to turn around and tell Ghost that his wife is a prostitute and his kids are retarded, I'm sorry, but
it's disgusting, and it's no wonder that she wants that video hidden. But the video is there for anyone to watch if they want on hidinginplainsight.co.uk. It's on the homepage. It's that was truly disgusting. I was out walking Chloe when I was listening to that for the first time, and I was horrified at what I was hearing. And this woman pretends that she's not racist. It's
yeah.
madness.
Actually, before I go, just a quick question. Why is I'm not subbing for A1000 or anything, yeah. But why is A1000's child on that website?
That their image of A1000 with a child is an image that A1000 put in the public domain herself. And if you click on the media link that's at the top of the page, it's there the minute you open the link, it comes up. Now,
Right. Hang on a minute. I was
A1
led to believe it was just her child.
No, it's not just her child. It's a picture of her
and
with
her
a child.
Right.
And
Okay.
that child is no longer a child. He's an adult now, and
Yeah.
he just recently had a child himself.
Right.
Or he's
Okay.
due to have a child.
Yeah.
The reason the picture's on the website is because A1000 thinks it's all right to go through people's Facebook accounts, contacting people that she's got nothing to do with, upsetting families that are grieving from having lost their daughter, and she seems to think it's all right to put out innocent people's information, like Eric's family. No one had the right to be doing that. That was disgusting.
Yeah. Are you talking about, I don't want to bring her name up, are you talking about Sabina's family?
Yes, Sabina's family.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Stop. Go lie down.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll leave you to get on. I mean, I know there's a few people in your chat that aren't happy about me being here, but, you know, I'm me and that's it. I don't give a fuck.
I don't block free speech. What I will block is if someone's calling someone a paedophile with no evidence whatsoever, then I'm not going to allow that. Or someone calling someone a murderer when they're blatantly not.
Yeah. By the way, have you had any repercussions from that?
No. Police ain't even bothered contacting me, but they wouldn't contact me because they already know the situation.
Yeah, but the thing is, AJ, what they would have done is that if they had any concerns that you might have been involved, they would have gone and spoken to the hospital first.
Yeah,
to find out what the situation was.
They would have spoken to the hospital and they would have spoken to the coroner.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So got no fucking
at the point of speaking to the coroner, it would become very apparent that there was no need to come and speak to me.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I am literally going this time. I've got stuff to do. So, thanks a lot, and speak to you later. Bye.
All right, have a good day. I'll try again.
Gone and got people that have fucking got respect across the movement to go out and say that same lie. That is massive. That's so fucking big. And Danny's just like, oh, try and discredit and move it away. Oh, now we can't. You can say Ricky Damon, but you can't mention the case. You can't share the footage. Well, why did Danny share the footage and that was okay? Danny shared the fucking kids' footage. Kill the babies.
I don't understand why Slippermouth goes on about Danny having used a snippet of what wasn't the children talking about sexual acts to highlight the fact that it was a hoax. I don't get why Slippermouth keeps bringing that up, yet Slippermouth himself uploaded the video to his YouTube channel. So why is he complaining about something that Danny did with good intentions when he's put a whole video up?
It doesn't matter. Wrong's wrong, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I can't answer these questions. These are questions that you've got to put to him.
Right, all right. No, that's
and
fair
see
enough.
how the answer comes back. But
See,
we're
last
just
night-
making all these mad fucking videos about it. Nothing's happening. All that's happening is
Right.
people are getting dragged in and insinuated.
Right,
You know
was
what I mean?
pulled
I'm
in,
in here protecting myself.
you was pulled in to kind of be a mod.
I came in. I
Yeah.
put my foot in.
Right, yeah.
Don't get that twisted,
All
mate.
right,
I came
all right.
in.
So you put your foot in to be a mod or whatever. Now, last night unfolded. Who told me?
Nobody told me.
So
Nobody told me, mate. I was in the back.
this is what I'm saying, right? So if you've said I will be the mod, I will be in the middle, I'll be impartial. Why has he gone around and done
And I
that
made a video
behind your
withdrawing
back?
my offer because it's not going anywhere. It's just fucking videos being made. Nobody can hold the Batman.
But for him to do that and not invite me and block my channel, so I don't even see the subscribe.
The problem here is this is a video that Slippermouth put up probably back in 2020, and he's re-aired it again, and now Kaylee's put it up. The problem is, with it being that far back, I don't know what he's actually talking about here. I'm guessing there was a live stream or something. Danny decided to go live and there was a conversation and Slippermouth didn't like it. That's all I can take from what's being said here.
Thing come up or nothing. That's not hot. He's got my number. Everyone on the internet's got my number. Everyone's got Kaylee's number, but where the no-shows, it's like, why would I shoot?
Well, the phone did it, mate.
Why
Well,
would
there's
I-
some phone calls, mate.
Why would I ask him all these questions and then go, right, all right, yeah, I'm not going to show though. You know, I don't actually want to ask him all these questions in front of his audience.
Right. Well, listen, there's always all over this then. You know what I mean? And I don't care who's fucking got questions to ask about me. They can ask a fucking way, mate. I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I defend myself. I just want clarity. My name is on offer.
Same here.
And I want
Same here.
answers.
He's put everybody's name in jeopardy. This is what I mean. According to Danny, by his own rules and regulations and all this shit, it's every man and his dog's a fucking non-torpedo. If they've said Ricky Damon, which
It's
I
a
have
name
and
that
you
gets
have.
bandied about a lot. I've never denied anybody the right to discuss anything. I just don't like children being involved. So I'm not involved in all that shit.
I'm the same. I'm the same. But for him to
Seems very odd, actually, this. I don't actually know of a time ever when Danny has ever said that you can't talk about the case. What has been said is not to play the banned content and not to freaking mention the names involved in the case. Now, as far as I'm concerned, people can talk about the case all they like, as long as they abide by the law and don't damage the anonymity of the children or put out the indecent content.
for him to
I'm
do
not
that.
getting families involved either. That's why I don't want to talk about Umbrella Grave Solution, because you can't talk about Umbrella without going there. And I don't want to go there then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't go about Umbrella without mentioning her current situation, which is a result of all this shit. And then I see you talking about Hoaxstead. Fuck me, man.
To me, that's as dodgy as it gets. That is as dodgy as it gets. All this syndicate of shit put around one case, it stinks.
It's no such
Stinks the high
fucking
of it.
thing. Then there's a group of people that troll people that have got a name called the Hoaxstead Trolls. And guess what, mate? They'll come for you as well.
I don't
It's
care.
fucking
mate.
dumb as fuck, man. It's
I
a
don't
fucking
care.
rabbit hole, then. And you've been so
He doesn't care yet. Freaking, he's running around labeling people the Hoaxstead Trolls when they're not the Hoaxstead Trolls at all. So Slippermouth clearly does care. Like, he's absurd. I'd love to know what goes on inside his tiny little brain.
sucked into it.
Nah,
That's
there's not.
been my opinion from day one.
To me, there's a lot of stuff, and it all links back to Brian Harvey stuff. That's when everyone seems to switched on Umbrella. And
Not for me, mate. I've never ever made a video about.
Why he keeps jumping to Brian Harvey? It's ridiculous. Now, I didn't really know much about Brian Harvey other than he was part of a band that fell apart. It was only when Brian Harvey was brought into conversations on Andrew Devine's YouTube channel, when Andrew Devine was trying to contact Brian Harvey. That's the only time I really remember any real involvement where Brian Harvey came into the situation, but Harvey definitely wasn't a drawing factor of anything. Like, and yes, I have made a couple of videos, well, put a couple of videos out about Brian Harvey, his bullshitting over when he called freaking Danny, tried calling Danny out and saying that Danny wouldn't go on to freaking his live stream, yet Danny was in the back trying to get onto the live stream, and there's Brian Harvey bullshitting about it. And then there was the Park Life video that I put up. That was made by someone else, but it was a very good video. And I think there was Gollum as well. Like, that was also made by someone else, but another good video. They're on my channel. Anyway, let's see what his delusions come out with now.
No,
never mentioned
no, I understand that, but I mean, like, a lot of this shit around, a lot of them have got issues with Brian Harvey, and it all seems to stem from that. Now, this case has been referenced as to links to that Red Rooms thing. Now, if that's
this
true...
case, it's been linked to reference by who? There's been no evidence. It's just another internet rumour. This is what this case is used for. It's used against people like you. It's used against people like Danny. It's used against people like Umbrella Grape Solutions. Whichever side you're on, whoever you believe, it's fucking used against you. This case is a weapon.
To me, it should just be a thing of, let's have the truth. The truth should be good enough for everybody, but...
Wavy's 100% spot on there. The Hampstead case has been weaponized and used against people. Now, a lot of people seem to miss out the fact it isn't just the two children that the names aren't allowed to be said due to the court order to protect their anonymity. There were at least 20 children involved in families that were harassed and stalked by the people that Kaylee Inav was sitting with back then, and still does to this day. To be fair, she had Jake Clark on her panel the other 4 or 5 nights ago. Like, nothing's really changed. It's disgusting. It's about time people left that family alone and let them get on with their lives. Like this here, when the children are 18, they can come and talk about it. Well, when they're 18, maybe they don't want to talk about it. Maybe they want to just get on with their lives and put the past in the past. Like, what right do people have to be freaking dictating what the children can and can't do? Like, and quite frankly, the case is no one's business really, other than the families involved themselves. That's the only people that really should have much interest in the case. Everyone else, it's sort of like, it's just nosy fucking idiots sticking their nose into something that's nothing to do with them. Like, and yes, I know people get sore over the fact that I repeatedly say the Hampstead dad is a good dad. Better than Slippermouth, better than Kaylee. The Hampstead dad stood by his children, and that's what any decent, respectful father would do.
For me, the truth's out there, but if people want to discuss it, discuss it.
Yeah, that's what I say, but when you've got people like Danny going around saying, you know, if you do discuss it, and if you do say Ricky Derman, you're going on a pedo list, it comes with an agenda, doesn't it? When you've got no evidence to
prove
back that
it
up.
and pull him on it.
That's what I've said to him. Show me one case.
I've never actually heard anyone saying that if you mention the Hampstead dad's name that you'll be put on a pedo list. What I do know is there was a court order protecting the Hampstead dad. That court order's now finished as far as I'm aware, but his anonymity was protected, and you could have been done at the time for contempt of court, breaching the court order, putting out his name. Now that that court order's over and done with, you more than likely wouldn't be put under freaking contempt of court or breach of court order for it. But still, people running around using his name left, right, and centre when they're nothing to do with him could lead to harassment charges. Go and ask Matthew Taylor. He knows full well that it can lead to harassment charges.
Just one case. I'm not asking for 100 cases. I'm asking for one case of what you said to be true. Where
I've seen you ask a question. I've seen you ask a question, and the obvious answer to it is, how can I show you something that I've never said in the first place? You know what I mean? You can ask in these questions, mate. That would be my answer. Do you know what I mean? You're asking these questions, but while you're blocking each other and fucking rattling and humming, nobody's sorting fuck all out.
I have blocked a million fucking things of AJ, but AJ's just being a prick. He's not helping anything. He's just aggravating the situation. So we will get.
So, Slippermouth's freaking reason for blocking me is because I was aggravating the situation. Well, if telling the truth and pointing out his bullshit's aggravating the situation, well, I'll take that. Right, so much for the man that don't block anyone.
Blocked repeatedly. Danny, I left him free on the comments last time and he still wouldn't answer. So you can't win with him. He's blocked me on his thing, so when he did that last night, I had no idea that he fucking did it. He knew I was busy on Fridays anyway. I've always been busy on Fridays.
Look how many videos you've made about this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've got to, because someone will say something if there's no evidence.
The end result to be, it's fucking going nowhere, kid.
It's one
Honestly,
of them.
man,
It's one of them. People need to be aware of what's around and what possibly may be being covered up, because there is evidence there. I mean, whatever you think of Brian Harvey, I've gone through his shit there, and there is some actual proper evidence. You could only look at it and think, well, did the police act right or wrong? And it's obvious this shit being covered up.
Listen, you say things that I don't say, but that's the beauty of fucking living in England, and you're allowed to fucking disagree with each other. Yeah. And because you disagree with each other, you don't have to make fucking videos about each other.
I never do. If someone will just speak, I'll never have to do a video, do you know what I mean? It's when they've ran away.
Reality is, it was Slippermouth that had spent a long time running away and putting up pointless bullshit videos. So he's just blatantly lied there again.
And he's ran for weeks and months, so it's not me. You've seen the videos.
I just want you and everybody surrounding this, mate, to know I don't run away from nothing. I'll face everything head on, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my nature. Yeah. I'll never turn away. There's nothing that anybody can bring to me.
No. This is it. I said to you from the beginning of it, I've got no issue with you. Everyone likes you. Everyone gets on with you. But there is issues with Danny. It's just a bit alarming that you can't see or whatever. Like,
I can see why you don't like him. That's not what I've got an issue with.
Imagine if it was on the other foot.
You can see why I don't like Umbrella. That's not what I've got an issue with.
Imagine if
it's all the other shit.
Imagine if it was on the other foot and myself, Garrett, Nathan, all those lot knew about whatever, and you and a few others have been fed the lie for all this time. How would you feel, really?
Well, if somebody told me something that important, I'd go and fucking double check it.
Yeah, but if you've gone and told everyone about it, because you've got to think you're surrounded by yourself and others, and everyone's kind of agreeing with the same shit, and I thought, it does sound.
Now, yet again, he's still going on the very fact that sharing banned indecent content pertaining children could get you put on the sex offenders register, and he's trying to say that it's a lie. Well, no, it's not a lie. It's 100% correct. It definitely 100% could get you put on the sex offenders register.
Listen, mate, as far as I'm concerned, I weren't part of all them group things, yeah?
Yeah.
I talked to all you lads, you know, I like Gary Clark. I thought Gary Clark's a fucking graft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I had a fucking ball back then.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I'm in this because I want answers, kid.
Same here. To me, if you all get the truth, that should be good enough. But people are.
And that's what I'm thinking. They're sitting there thinking, listen, this guy wants to talk to fucking extremist Islamists and that, but they can't get together and talk to it. Come on, man.
This is what I'm saying, mate. You've seen the people I will talk to, and what I'm avoiding Danny Jones.
No, mate, I'm blaming you as well, man. I'm blaming you as well. I wouldn't want to talk to you if you put 24 fucking videos out about me.
Oh, if you just pick up the phone instead of ringing me 52 times through the night on a private number and then putting the phone down, if you'd actually pick the phone up and speak, do you know what I mean? I might not.
I like they're ringing 52 times through the night and putting the phone down. That's a load of bullshit. Danny's never done that.
I have to do all them videos. It's, to me, people should know my MO by now. It's one of them. I ask, I polite, and if it don't go nowhere.
Fucking announce a live, invite them to fucking come and rattle, bring their evidence of what. Don't, you know, you've got to announce, I'm just suggesting here.
No, it's right. It's right. I mean, I have done on comments, but you literally not answer. And then
I've seen a few of them, man.
Yeah, that's it.
But you're all accusing each other, so you all bring evidence of each other's fucking crime. And let the public decide. There's fucking eyeballs on it. You know what I mean?
That was it. That's exactly what I wanted. And then they did that last night, and I thought, wow, you've blocked everybody. You've not told anyone.
The fucking subliminals and the indirects, man. All that shit don't bother me, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, then, kid. Listen, I'm getting up to the footy.
All right, enjoy the game, mate.
I'm going to have a battle with Danny and see if he'll come and talk to you on one of your lines.
All right. All right, take it easy, Weaver.
And you, mate.
Stay safe, mate.
Ta-ra, mate.
Now, on the subject of the 52 calls, I remember back in 2018, Slippermouth continuously ringing Davy Russell. It must have been hundreds of calls that the Slippermouth made to Davy Russell. So for him to suggest that someone's done it to him is absurd. It's hilarious.
Beings different from birds, cats.
Okay, I'm not sure whether Kaylee even bothers commenting after that. I think it's just shit music and some pointless fucking video that she plays. But as you can see, nothing's really changed. They're still as batshit crazy as ever. Right. I suspect that this is going to go on until they're OAPs. They're going to waste their lives away chatting utter shit and making utter fools of themselves. Now, seems Kaylee's made this challenge for Wavy. I'm going to dig out some of Wavy's videos and we're going to see that it's bullshit that Kaylee's come out with. I have loads of videos of Wavy's where Wavy's not once mentioned Kaylee. So for her to try and make out the majority of Wavy's videos are about Kaylee is just utter nonsense. It's about the norm from her. She loves to make out utter bullshit. I suspect that her delusions will lead to her being sectioned eventually. And to be fair, it's probably the best for her. Maybe it'll sort her out and maybe she'll finally realise what the priorities that she should be following in life are. Because at the moment, she's got her priorities well and truly out of order. And currently, there's no sign of her rectifying it. It does seem that her obsession with the internet is more important than anything else, which is pretty sad, really. Anyway, that's it for now. I've got to go and fiddle with the car. So, you have a good afternoon. Enjoy your day, everyone.
Shot, I got the wickedest flow. So we're back inside the whip. What the sickest combo? What this one a bust? What this one a blow?
When my hood's up, it's a killing spree and a killing fields with a balaclava that was given to me by the skipper D. Boy, they were taking a liberty, so I'm loading up some artillery, letting off like the military on their millipedes. Who won't question my ability? Them and a mini-me's. Too lyric, can I murder their epiphanies? That pimp like the website, shining bright like Tiffany's. The sick as me, there's a fucking lie. We're not similar, there's no symmetry. Simple Simon Rhymes trying to blow up on something gimmicky. There's no limit, see, you can't mimic me. Minimize or mimic me. Try and arm like a rhino when you ain't got what it takes to finish me. I'll crush your spirit lyrically, mentally, and then physically. And when I know I've killed you off, I'll take a holiday out in Sicily. I need a break before I break down. You're not top of top, you're not Killer P. I'm spitting to DMB for fun when KG. It's called Killer G. Belly man live in the goddamn place. It's a car team. We run drums at the place.
It's been a hot minute since we've been up in the whip. Setting the levels, the belly shot up, we're fully equipped. See us last time and the whip it was sick. Flipping this whip it was lit. This time we're going for the belly and video hits. Hot spitters, natural bar killers. When we spit the lyrics to be the illest. Dropping it, freezing cold, we are the illest. Lyrical style and poetry with no limits. Back in the whip and flipping it, now we're going writing. Shut up when belly man, so we're at to start writing. I know you're watching, yo, I know it's exciting. Big up everybody locked in, who's supporting. Time to catch a vibe, it's time to do it proper. Christmas Day special with them and Harry shots up with the writers, the rhymers, the energizers. When it comes to spitting the bars, we are the finest.
Go for the juggler. I'm Django with his jungle scene. Rad horseback, come to take the ting off the governor. Blatant. If I do a feature, I want the statement. I don't care if it's £60 off the promo cost. Man, I'm moving like Cobra agent. See, when you want something, you want to have conversation. Can't get you off the blower. Get what you want, then move like a pagan. This is the Renaissance. Regulate the rules, move forward. I'm not no Raven. See, I'm an artist. That's why you get awkward. Square pegging around holes. I switched up for the angles. They said they don't want to hear bars. After the dance is mangled. But would I be strangled or told what to do? Or dumbed down for them people there? I'm not like you, so I'm up in all the levels and I'm changing the mentality, branding and marketing to get a different type of salary. No malice, man. What makes me special ain't just my clarity. I switch the rules to suit me and switch your reality.
Try get up in my face, that's a big mistake. Disrespect from my base, that's a big mistake. If you don't come correct, that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. We give it the real deal, give it the top spill, give it the real feel. We're dropping the bars ill, we're hitting like hard steel. Nobody stands still. Check out the real skill. This shit is unreal. One shot, shoot, kill. Sick and tired of all the mad blackers. Why can't leave me stop being beggars? What the hell is wrong with these brothers? Back to Miami, out there bunkers. Get a bit of wine, get a bit of flow, get a bit of side, get a bit of blow, get a bit of high, get a bit of combo, get a bit of bite, get a bit of blow. When I wake every day, I'm learning. Bring fire to the dance, burning. Stop peas in the bank, earning. On a drum, getting paid. Working too many things in the game. Vermin, so many eyes on me. Lurking, pen to paper, writing, rhyming. And the dance on the way, vibing.
Sometimes the answer is the best answer. There's 6 of us, but do not play me for a backup dancer. Don't play me for a chancer, cause I took my chances. Controlled my destiny and assassinated the puppet master. This game is full of culture vultures. I'm on to that. They use the streets for credibility and don't put nothing back. So if you're buzzing this year, go take their checks, fam. Cause next year, they'll be on to the next man. Artists are the tricks in the industry, are the pimps. I've listened to your offers, I am not convinced. I've studied all the formulas, the shackles in your contract. You ain't conning me, rude boy, I ain't on that. Nah, I will not be tricked, I will not be tamed, I will not be flipped, and I won't sell my soul in exchange for a hit. There, man, run them out, but we run this shit.
Yep, that's me. The bass too dark. Bassman MC in a corner. Trigger MC. Who they represent? That's the SDC. Bossy. Storming MC. That's Skibbity. You might get punched in the face, shut up MC. Big Vassal Army, one Shabadi, Black Tarantula, Spider MC. Semi-automatic, one like XC. Creepy for the jungle, that's that Death MC. Boom, 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 fearless MC. There's a fire in the hole, one like Foxy. I'll get him up, GQ MC. I'm gonna move your body, plenty. R.I.P. but the CV I
swear you look like White Yardie for real though. Hold on, Bridget. Are you for real though? I swear I look like you, Shotter. And why is that? I got a beard and I'm white, and I wear a cap. I swear you look like Shaqiri. I'm like not at all. Of course you do. You're kinda stocky and you're really small. You'll never walk alone. Fam, I ain't Liverpool. That's Skibbity, my G. You ain't got a clue at all. I swear you look like my Bridget. I swear you look like Shaft. I swear you look like Voltage. You lot are going on mad. I swear you look like Steve. It's fantasy your dad. Hold on, Bridget. How much dizzle have you had? Tonight, Matthew, I'm gonna be me. Ain't got no stars in my eyes. I'll be no lookalikes on TV. No, you're like my new EP. Been rolling with Skibbity since PP. I'm an alien. My new name's DT, and I'm back for more like my old EP.
High rollers, the big money spenders. When they leave for me to go on the bender on my way back from Bush. So go pick up Spider, then we'll link up. We go hit the Grosvenor, lay 2 bills down straight away. I hit a winner. Then who walks in? It's Molly and Bella. So go buy your drink, I turn that cool from the chiller. Write so much joke like my name's Ben Stiller. Around the bus, then I'm still drinking like a trooper. Double up my money like a human computer. Terabyte of RAM and a wireless router. Next man sniffing out there, mashing up that looter. Around 12, so you know we're on a roll. My good friend Spider goes out to control. 19 G's up, the man don't give a fuck. I dream on every bit, man can't believe it's luck. So I pull it to the side, I say yo, give me 10 G's. Don't throw it back and go waste all your pieces. Said, follow your man, he started laughing at me. The next thing I see him laying down 5G. But 20 minutes later, I see him bet his last G. I run me good friend Ellis, said it's time to leave. We going out there place about a paper.